All right, this is a really simple recipe, so just follow along. First thing I wanna do is get a large pinch of sugar in my bowl to wake up our yeast. I've got 2 cups of warm water here. You only need half of it right now, so just pour in about a cup. Okay, and then sprinkle your yeast over top. Basically what this does, you already know this, it just wakes up the yeast. It reminds it what its job is. It's like, hey, you know you're ready to make bubbles? And the yeast is like, oh shoot, I forgot, yeah, I'm bubble guy. That's the conversation that happens. It makes bubbles, that's what it's for, but you gotta wake it up first. Okay, so this has to be set aside for about 5 minutes, and you'll know it's working when it starts to get bubbly, right? And if your yeast doesn't get bubbly, throw that ish out. You're gonna have to buy some new stuff because it's probably old or maybe wasn't refrigerated. I don't know. Your problem, not mine. Okay, flash forward. I now have bubbly, gorgeous yeast. I'm gonna add in the rest of the water. I have also got about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. It's really supposed to be 50 milliliters, so fill up your 1/4 cup, but then just like leave a little bit out. Really accurate. Isn't baking supposed to be like super accurate math styles? Not in my household. All right, and just give that a little mixy poo. Now, over here, I have got 5 cups of all-purpose flour measured out, and I'm going to add my yeasty mixture to it. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons, maybe 1.5 teaspoons of salt. We can always kind of flavor it a little more. I don't want to go overkill here. Now, with a wooden spoon, we're going to want to incorporate everything together until we get a dough that's like virtually impossible to mix. At this point, you only have one option, and it is hand power. Just combine it all together. Once you have a rough dough that looks like this, we're gonna turn it out onto a floured surface and continue to knead for about 8 minutes. It is gonna make you a little bit sweaty, but that's part of the flavor, I always say. I've never said that before. That's the first time I said that. But I do feel like if you're not a little bit sweaty, you weren't kneading enough. All right, so once your dough is smooth and elastic, you're gonna wanna give it a little spank. That's not part of the recipe, but it's just like a baby's bum. How could you not? It's so cute. That's weird. I feel like I just revealed too much about myself. Okay, this now needs to go in an oiled bowl, and you take your dough and you kind of rub it all around. Make sure you get it on the top just like that, and then flip it so you've got the right side up. Now, I just want to cover the top in plastic wrap, and this is gonna rise for about an hour in a draft-free, warm place. Okay, see you in a bit. Once your dough is fully risen, you can knock back some of the air. I like doing that by just like giving it a good punch, and then get it out onto your work surface. Now, I like to divide it into 3 because we're making 3 different flavors, but if you were just picking one flavor, keep it all together. The first flavor is going to be a pesto and tomato. So I like to incorporate a little bit of jarred pesto and get it into my greased roasting dish. Then you want to use your fingers and make little dimples all over the top of it. For the plain flavor, just pop your plain dough into the roasting dish. And for the last flavor, I'm making a smoked salmon and balsamic flavor. It is going to be luxurious. We are going to get the plain dough into our greased dish, and again, create some of those dimples. And I'm gonna drizzle it with a little bit of balsamic glaze. The smoked salmon is gonna go on afterwards because I don't actually wanna cook it. So to finish off the pesto tomato, I've got some of these adorable little cherry tomatoes that I cut in half. We're gonna wanna press those into the dough. For the plain, I love topping it with some fresh rosemary. So I've got some sprigs here and sprinkle it over top. And last but not least, for our balsamic salmon, I have got some thinly sliced red onion, and you're just gonna wanna press those in. Now, the final step is a little bit of nice salt. So I've got this pink Himalayan sea salt. Just sprinkle that over top and finish it off with a drizzle of olive oil. Now, this is gonna bake at 425 for 25 minutes or until the top is golden brown. Then we're gonna get the salmon one topped with our smoked salmon, and it's ready to eat. Enjoy. Have my recipe for homemade focaccia, as well as 3 different flavor combinations that you get to choose. You can come up with other ones also. There's no restriction on what you feel like putting on focaccia. So enjoy the recipe. I hope you get a chance to make it. Thank you so much for watching. If you do, take a picture of it and snap it at me. I am at Feeling Peckish, and I will see you guys next time.